there, YouTube. I'm just passing through Kid Valley again. Just past a little Shell station and stuff there. I'll take you guys a little off-roading on the old E-iron here. While the storm is back a ways. Bop you down here to the Toledo River. There's a little bridge crossing down here. This was a camp down here, and I don't know if that truck that's up there came from this camp. I forget what the deal was, but this is a log camp that used to be down here that got, needless to say, wiped out when the Lahar come rushing through here. This one's not quite as plush on back roads as my DR is. So I watched that footage, and I see a common thread with that. This is the Hero 3 Plus. I didn't want to mess with any of that crap dealing with that 4 again. If I can't get a 4 that doesn't do that, I'm just gonna abandon the thing and return it. Help me pay for some other stuff anyway. That's a lot of money for a camera that I don't know when it's gonna freak out and do its exposure flashing. But what I've noticed is when I do get in a little bit of a darker area similar to this, if you guys notice when I'm on the DR, every time I get into these little shady spots is where it does that random exposure switching. And I've tried spot meter mode and tried all these different modes, trying to alleviate it from doing that. And even did a little sample around the house. This is with the silver around the house with a Pro Tune, which I'm going to park on the other side here and walk back over, you guys, so you can see this thing a little bit better. This looks like a good place to park right yonder. We'll walk back across the bridge. Looks like somebody else out here doing the same thing as me. Or maybe they're down there fishing or something. It's hard to say. Even though I gotta back up my backpack, I'll take my key with me, because it immobilizes it. I don't have the siren on it. The little add-on. I think that's like $200 to put the siren on it. And that thing irritates me. It immobilizes the thing. Nobody can take it. They ain't gonna stop from rolling away with it, I guess, though, huh? Unless the steering's locked. There's some silt. Let's look down one side first. You can still see all the, oh, geez. All the volcanic ash and stuff that's still mixed in the water. But that's the North Fork of the Toledo. When you first started coming out here, these little scrub trees, or whatever they call them, weren't there. But that's the backside of that restaurant, if you can see that up on the hill. Ooh, that storm is, she's chasing after me, isn't she? Now you come up here more in the, jeez, that makes my knees weak. Come out here more in the summertime, and this is just absolutely see-through water. But anytime there's storms and it washes the ash from the woods and whatnot, and it gets mixed with the water. That's how it gets that silty look to it. Well, she just snakes on around there. But these trees and stuff weren't there before. This was just a huge open camp. I remember riding down here years ago, and it was just this huge log camp. But like I say, all these trees weren't down here. And of course, when the Lahar came down, I'd have been under mud right here. For years and years, you could see the mud line. And on some of the bridges, they're actually still there because the the rain, you know, the bridge is stopping the rain from washing it off. You know, that could very well end up being a thunderstorm. But it's coming at me. I'm in no threat of it now, but it's pretty slow moving. But pretty cool out here though, huh? I love all these rocks that they all came back. I hope that whistling through my shield comes through. Get that. That's still one of the little fond things that sticks in my head on the Utah trip is standing up there over is that Cedar Breaks, standing at that lookout looking over, and the wind's whistling through my helmet, and just that stone silence. I love that stone silence when you're out in nature. It's just nothing but wind and birds and whatever nature sounds there are. But yeah, that was a huge camp right there. She's long gone. Now it's just trees out there. Oh no, I exposed my license plate. There I go. I sat down again with my key in my pocket. That's one nice thing about that little stuck in the other pocket. Little mobilizer thing. The proximity sensor is huge on these Harleys, so it's easy to get them out of your pocket. Just reach for the bulge. No, not that one. So should we try some hill climbs on the iron? I think not. But look at the old bikes they used to race in the old days. They were probably heavier than this thing. They use them for hill climbing, all kinds of stuff. Need to go up there and have lunch or something at that little restaurant. Sit out over in the back patio or balcony thing back there and stare out over the river. Oh, just the shades of this. I was about to say, man, that storm ain't caught up with me already, has it? And get over here and smooth with their stuff. But that looks kind of wet. I don't want to fling mud on my iron. It's amazing what a little tractor this sucker is in first gear. And you know, people talking about would the iron make a good beginner's bike? I'm like, hell yeah. You ever see people try to start out on a 250 Ninja or something? They have like no bottom end whatsoever. They have no torque at idle. So, but it's a good learning experience to learn how to deal with throttle and clutch. Because you get it wrong on a 250 Ninja and they just go thump and die. This thing, you just let go of the clutch and she just grannies away. She just roll. But in case you're wondering, they don't make the best off-road bikes. Especially when I've got the suspension set pretty stiff. Because the suspension travel is short, so with my weight and my riding style, I use up the little short suspension on this thing fairly quick. So you basically set it up like you do a sport bike, you know, they just feel stiff. And that's not harsh. When I say stiff, it's just stiff. It's like a lot of compression damping, but it's not harsh like metal banging or anything like that. now, once we went across that bridge, she's on my south side here now. That used to be a big, thick forest right there. And like most of the forest out here, they took them down. Oh, you know what? Let's take you through. Is it Finkus? I always want to call it Fisker, like the scissors. But there's that little back road that's right up here. You ever notice when you realize that the turn signal is still flashing, that the self-canceler didn't work? The very second that you push to shut it off is a second that it's going off on its own, and you just turned it right back on again. Finkus. I do this with this road every single time. I get the name wrong on it. Wow. Stuff flying up off the road. Something sticky there. This is this downhill when you come back this way. You fly over that thing. I came across it, I think it was on this. Got a little airborne coming off of there, and they had logged that, and I didn't realize it, so I kind of lost my bearings or where exactly I was supposed to be, and I think I turned it in the air or something. It's amazing what you'll do in fear. But I always like taking this little road because there's this place where you drop down and you look out over this valley. There again, it was logged. It used to be way more beautiful. And this one grassy sloping downhill was very prominent because it was backed by some old growth timber. So it was just odd to see this open field with all this timber around it. But now they've logged everything off of it all around it, so it has like no significance now, but I still really enjoy it. Find it. I got a picture. I rode Kelly up here on the DR, and she had my Canon G12 or something like that leaning over my shoulders taking pictures, and she got a really good shot looking down that. In fact, I even used that thing as a screensaver for a while, but it looks a lot different than it does now. And actually, initially when I first started coming up here, this was all old growth through here. This was like really dark because all this got logged. This is all thick woods, and there was cows that roamed through the woods, and these trees were all in here, and they were kind of open from the cows being in there for so many years. But this was really dark and wooded, and then right here where this little group of trees is where the woods stopped. All of a sudden you just popped out and you looked out over that valley. Oh, look at all the little yellow spread down there. I don't know if the camera's picking that up from this far away. You should be able to see the yellow hue. But that was all old growth. On the other side of that road and where that tree line is was just thick old growth. And now it's not. Man, that's a long ways down there. These people, you hesitate here for a second too long, they come out, what are you doing? Why are you here? Something I can help you with? Looks like an old outhouse down here, doesn't it? Man, is that beautiful. How many times, I think I mentioned this a bunch, how many times deer have been bedded down in there. Oh, that is just gorgeous. The old storm, she's still a-coming. Look at that. Just makes you want to go wandering out in the middle of that field. Yeah, I can see rain in them clouds over there. But that's the St. Helens stuff. Look how close that thing has gotten. She's rushing this way, isn't she? But I gotta say, it's not moving nowhere near as fast as the storms normally run through here. There's some old moo cows in there. Oh, that's a horse. No. Okay. Definitely a cow. Had an ass on it like a horse there. That was a big old cow, wasn't it? And this just recently got logged about a year ago, maybe less. But this, of course, this is, you can tell, it's been a few years since that was logged. But this was this tunnel deal, and it was so cool to rush through because you couldn't see down the road, and you know how this, you could go straight instead of taking all the turns, and it had this weird, like going through a maze feeling to it. Really cool. But all that's nothing now. It's all gone. So I've been driving you in Cowlitz County Cowlitz for a while. And as you can see, we're leaving one and entering the next. For you southern boys, everything's in counties. It's funny how different areas are. I remember coming up here and I go, well, what county are we in? I think we're in Cowlitz. I'm like, you don't know? But by far, people refer to a county more than they do the city you're in. Like around here, it's what city you're in. You know, the county is like a secondary interest, and it seems like in the South, it's all about the county. And you know, then you ask, well, what city? And you know, it's weird. Different places are different ways. For some reason, that storm don't. Oh yeah, it does. I was about to say it don't look as threatening anymore, does it? Even if I'd have just kept going and got myself wet, you'd have never seen the mountain. That mountain was well into the clouds. You know, you could even see Elk Rock was in the clouds. You just wouldn't have seen anything. But it'd have been nice to hit all the visitor centers. That was my plan, to hit each one. And what a bummer. But, you know, it's not that far from my house. Could always go home, jump in the car, and drive back up. But that'd be a little redundant. But you know, it is the 35th anniversary. Go stand in the rain up there. Well, maybe there'll be a good lightning storm. It'd be really cool. It's funny, you can have some thunder and lightning around the mountain, and by the time it makes it can do the reverse. By the time it makes it here, you know, it's everything's cooled off and there's nothing to produce it anymore. In case you don't know, we're going over a mountain. If you haven't noticed the exhaust note changing as we were laboring up the hill, and now we're going down. This is the mountain that's part of that range that's north of my house. You can see down there, one of these sides has a big hole. God, they must have really cleared that out. Or repaved it or something. And this opens us up to the valley. So along that tree line is where I did the little brake thing on the DR, and then you go dead west on it, and right at the end of that dirt road is where Kelly's friend, the one that they're doing pottery stuff with, they just looking to see how close it is compared to when I left. Anyway, she's out there yesterday, and she's standing outside having a cigarette. She just sees this like dark gray cloud moving west, coming across the fields out here towards her. And she calls her friend out and says, "What the hell is that?" She goes, "Oh, that's bees." But she said it was literally like an alien coming at her, this dark gray cloud. And it comes right at them. And they have a huge nest, which is just right over there. Have a huge nest in the wall of this barn. And so she runs inside the barn, gets her phone, takes a quick little clip of it.
My reflection.
Oh, you got the video on?
Yeah. There we
go. And crazy as hell. So then she's going, "Well, you know, I need it back in the car, you know," and the whole Honda was just covered in the bees. And she goes, "So, you know," she's saying, "Well, they won't hurt you. You know, you're not messing with their nest, they're just following the queen around." And so she's like swiping all the bees off so she can get inside the car. And I go, "Well, where's the film for that?" "Well, I didn't film that." I go, "Callie, film everything." But oh yeah, that's gonna be a thundercracker there. So anyway, I'm not gonna bore you going down the long road here, so thanks for going up almost to the mountain with me and hanging out for my BS for the day. And I guess happy anniversary, Mt St Helens. Too bad I couldn't come see you. So on that, I'm gonna check out. So I appreciate you guys hanging out, and always love the comments, and have a great day. Thank you very much. Have a good one now. We'll see ya. Bye-bye now.
So, last time I talked to you, I was running from a storm by St. Helens, which is just up the road there a bit. And, holy moly, she's here. The storm is upon us, which I'm sure you're getting tons of wind on this thing. I didn't have time to grab my other Sony with the windproof mic, but I was doing some work trying to fix the got a new axle for the lawnmower here, and I was trying to get it done. You can see she split wide open. I mean, she flat came apart. Well, she's got a new one in there. This is an old LT1000, old Craftsman. But anyway, as you can see, I'm not going to finish this, and she's in a state that I can't roll her. Ooh yeah! Looks like the rain's already hitting way back there. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's already hitting that mountain range right back there. You can see in the distance. So, to celebrate Mt St Helens' 35th anniversary of a big bang, she's going to give us a big bang, but in a different way. I think Kelly just put the Honda in. Let's go walk out here. See what the horses and stuff think of this. What's crazy is how, well, you guys seen it as I was coming back. It was just stone beautiful. What's that, Kelly? Oh, yep, I see raindrops coming. Oh, they're gonna be on me here in about 2 seconds. Yep, I feel them hitting me. Again, I apologize for the wind. I know this thing does not handle wind very well at all. But I got it on tape nonetheless. Crazy, huh? So St. Helens is just right over that hill right there. Actually, she's a little more that way. Right straight back that way. That's where I was. And this is what was over her. It's taking a lot longer to get here than I thought it would. I literally thought it was going to chase me down the mountain. And it looked like it was, but it shifted and went north for a while, and now it shifted kind of a southwest direction, and now she's on me. Seems to be all surface lightning or cloud lightning. Yeah, now look at that mountain. You can't even see it anymore. So all that's coming across them fields coming right at me. And I probably shouldn't be standing out here with lightning and stuff. Yeah, she's gonna pick up some wind and get all nasty on me. Look at the horses, they don't even care. Old tough. Somebody. Hey, Abby. What do you think of all this? Is that scaring you, huh? Doesn't that sound like gunshot to you? Oh, Abby. Yeah, Abby. Jesus, I ain't paying no attention to you. School bus looks like it's hauling butt trying to get the hell out of Dodge. So, yeah, now the mountain's completely gone. Whoa, did you guys see that? That was a good flash. Anyway, she's starting to sprinkle on me pretty good. I don't want to wipe out my camera, so I'm gonna step back over here in a different area. I'll be right back. Whoa, jeez. I don't know if you've seen that flash. That was a good one. Maybe I'll go stand under this little patio. I'll be right back. Well, I thought this little, whoa, I just went underneath a hornet's nest here. I thought this little overhang would protect me, but it's not. That one group of trees I was showing you a while ago is gone now too. I love storms. We don't get enough of these thunderstorms. Oh, that's those ceramic mold things. All those things, you fill them up with some kind of stuff. There's a whole stack of them there. And there's a bunch inside the craft house. Yeah, buddy. Now I think it's just going to be a lot of rain here pretty quick. Pretty decent wind. Nothing like going down the freeway. I want you guys to see a good flasher here. Sophie, am I literally underneath a nest? I got hornets flying all over my head up here. Honeybees are one thing. Hornets, you don't mess with them things. What's going on, Abbers? What are you thinking? Do you think you ought to go inside and hide? I just want to see one good flash and we'll call her good. Gotta be another one coming. Hopefully this thing isn't just going with wind. Gotta be one more good flash in here. Yeah, I just seen a flash, but it was above my damn head. Did she just scratch you? Dogs freak out. They don't like this at all. Oh man, there's some wind kicking up now. Oh my lord, she scratched the hell out of you, woman. Yeah, I'm only gonna be able to hold my hand over this thing so long. I was just hoping to get some good flashes here. I'll have to clean the lens off now. Yeah, I'm gonna get wet. So, here's the storm that was over St. Helens for our 35th anniversary. I'm heading inside. It's getting wet now. Alright, we'll talk to you guys later. We'll see ya. Bye-bye now. Check this out. The wind is standing under a carport thing here. It's caught up with these trees here across the property here. That's never a good sign when you see a great big old fir tree bowing like that. I mean, that's a huge tree. But luckily the wind is blowing opposite of my house. Let's look what's going on in the back here. Oh yeah. She's all blistery. Horses still, they don't care. There's no big deal to us. Whoa, that was a good flash. That looked like it was right over my head. So, my lawn that desperately needs mowed is not going to get mowed. These cows way over here, they don't seem to be too concerned about it either, do they? Geez, this way over there, look, there's some over here deciding they're gonna hide behind a tree. What was that? Yeah, there we are. Those couple say, let's just hang out under a tree here, which is the worst thing you can do in a lot of this. Woo. I love storms. I just don't want them to kill me. Look at this in the middle of all this. Here's the sun break. He's breaking through there. Anyway, that's enough of that. It'll blow over here and be gone in a moment. We'll talk to you later.